Hello and welcome to day 12 of Beer Jerk Advent. I'm Luke.
And I'm Joe.
Today we're drinking a beer from Bootleg.
Yeah, this one's called Pea-knuckle-lada.
I don't get it, Joe.
I didn't actually at first without the hyphens. It's like, what's a peak? And then it clicked.
So it's a Pea-knuckle-lada inspired beer.
Yeah, and beer without a style. We'd normally be able to say a pina colada inspired sour or stout or something like that. This one sort of doesn't fit into any style.
Cheers. Yeah, the lads at Bootleg just started off with an idea for a beer that tastes like a pina colada, and they went with it. And good on them, because it might be a bit rubbish if you tried to make a pina colada pilsner or cream ale or sour. So it's basically took quite a simple malt base, and it's about the yeast and the adjuncts, I suppose.
Yeah, and well, the adjuncts being so limited.
Yeah.
So the only adjunct in this beer is actually rum, which if you smell and taste it, you might not believe me that there's no coconut in it, but that's all Sabro.
Yeah. It's got real creamy body to it as well.
Yeah, lovely mouthfeel. Belgian yeast, sort of being used to almost enhance those kind of sweet, fruity notes from the Sabro and the Nectaron.
And it's got like a boozy take to it as well, which is just a hot rum, I suppose.
Yeah, bit of that rum coming through, yeah. Just a lovely beer. As I was talking to Fraser about it, he was keen to get something like this done.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, man, if you think that's going to work, then we'd love to have it in the calendar.
Could you get down to Bootleg quite a bit?
Yeah, I do. When I visit my parents in Tauranga, I love to stop in at theirs. So now the quickest way to drive there is sort of just bypassing Hamilton.
Yeah.
Which, there's a little turn you take, and in 5 minutes you're in Matangi, where Bootleg are situated, and they just have an awesome tap room there, lovely friendly staff, food truck on, and always great beers to be had.
Always interesting beers. Really cool thing about Bootleg. I mean, obviously they're good at the coarse popular styles. They're good at your hazy pale ales. They have a nice lager. But yeah, they're kind of like us. They're into the eclectic stuff, the weird stuff, the unusual stuff. So always something new to discover. It's always cool when we manage to put together a mixed box of their beers, or get a keg on for the Fridge and Flagon. Yeah,
they're just a real focus on everything but sort of ordinary beer. I think their tagline involves that: outrun ordinary beer.
Outrun ordinary beer.
Yeah.
Good
so
tagline.
Obviously, rural Waikato, and a lot of farmers a lot of their regulars will be sort of what you would maybe classically think of as
Waikato drinkers.
Yeah, and Fraser's sort of mission there is just to convert them all to Belgian beer. Which,
one by one.
Yeah, great time going in there and seeing people sort of pick things that they'd never normally try off tap. And usually, the brew team or Fraser himself are about, ready to talk to people. So just a great little stop if you're on your way down to the Bear Plenty. Awesome to stop in there. Breaks the drive up, not really much of a detour at all. So.
And if there is one area that those guys are into, it's various Belgian styles, isn't it?
Yeah, just tons of different sort of quads and tripels, many different saisons we've had from them.
Yeah. And they put rum in a few beers, right? I'm sure I've had a couple of theirs with rum in.
Yeah,
rum
especially in the quads, yeah. Works well.
So, as we say, like a really clever beer. It just really does bring to mind a pina colada. Is there milk sugar in this?
There is lactose in this, yeah. This one isn't vegan.
Which helps with the creaminess in the body. You get
that upfront sweetness,
there. And it's a creamy tasting beer. It's a bit of a boozy beer, and it's mad coconutty. There's no coconut in here.
So coconutty, yeah. Really one of the best expressions of coconut I've seen from Sabro.
Yeah, a real flex for the brewers.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
Yeah, Sabro's a bit of a love it or hate it up, eh?
Yeah, as you might be able to tell by this calendar, when I was picking the beers, I am a Sabro lover. You might remember I think I even mentioned the second beer in the calendar.
Yeah.
Reminded me of Pina Colada. Definitely not a hop I sort of shy away from, especially
the range collaboration, Everything's Fine, right?
Yeah, just a big hit of Sabro in that. And Mountain Cultures who we've just recently imported. Their sort of flagship New England IPA is called Be Kind Rewind, and that one is huge on Sabro as well.
Yeah. Yeah, insider tip there. We've just received our import from Mountain Culture, and it's just gone live on the website about an hour ago. So get in fast on those.
Super limited. So if you are watching this, you'll probably beat our email that goes out tomorrow.
Yep.
And sort of not expecting to have many of these for too long.
No, Mountain Culture never sticks around for long. But Bootleg, cool people, cool beers, cool location. And really nice that they've made this beer for the advent calendar. It was just something that's really out of left field, which is what we try to pull together. It's not a box of pale ales. It's a box of all manner of wonderful things and beers that do not fit within any style guidelines whatsoever, other than a rum beer, as they call it.
Yeah, I kept calling it a white stout in my comms with him, and he sort of just kept ignoring that. So
it's not a white stout.
It doesn't have a style.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow for the next day of Advent. Cheers, Joe.
Cheers.
Cheers to Bootleg. Thanks for joining us.